Single on a Saturday Night, a TV show that features intriguing conversations about music, cooking, celebrities, and more.
Give us the name of the best place to have sex.
Library.
Inside of the champagne glasses at the Poconos Inn.
On the mountain at Poconos Inn.
On the roof type deck over there where they trying to grow them organic fields, give them some extra fertilizer.
This show reaches men and women that are single and looking for a positive outlook.
We are live right here on the grownfolksradio.com. It is Single on a Saturday Night. We do this every fourth Saturday. This is our 8th year in a couple of months. In February, we will be 9 years old. So what that means to me is 9 years still single. I don't know. Maybe I need to expand my circle. To me, it's 9 years still single. I don't know. Maybe. So I am single, never been married, and I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. I am Shelly Williams, and like I said, almost 9 years, and I am still single. Go to my right, which is Crystal.
I am Crystal, and I am still single.
Underneath for you is Cinda.
Really? Okay. Hi, my name is Cinda Williams, and I may have been single for about a year of my life.
Wow.
That ain't a good thing. Okay, go on.
Antoinette, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Antoinette Lee. I'm single, never been married, always was in long-term relationships and getting once, but hopefully I won't be single too long.
Oh, I like that. I like the optimism and the positive thinking. Go ahead, Guy.
Hey, I'm Guy, and I am single and ready to mingle.
Oh, okay. All right, mingle. Storm.
What's going on, family? It's your big homie TC Caldwell, BKA Storm E Weathers, and I am single, father, working, dealing with this pandemic, you know what I mean? And just making it do what it do.
All right, Nikki Phelps.
Hello, how y'all doing? Nikki Phelps, married, dating, been single, been married, been divorced, did it all. I haven't been here, but I think I like being married the most.
I think you've been married the longest.
Hello, we celebrated our what?
25, man.
Our 25th wedding anniversary. This during COVID.
How you forget that?
Because it's COVID. I keep forgetting.
We still in it. It's still this year.
25 years of marriage this year.
He's serious about it. That's love. He like, you don't forget that we celebrated 25 years. I'm telling you.
But I mean, if you hit 25, you can't really forget that number. That's real simple.
Oh. See, Nikki, it's real simple. 25 years.
I know, right? Where did time go?
I could barely make it a year. You talking about 25 years.
And I say out of those 25 years, what people think is that it's 25 years of happiness and 25 years of bliss. If I have to be honest, if I add it all up, I probably had about 15 to 17 years of bliss. And maybe about 2 years of just unhappiness, and the rest is just okay.
Wow.
That's real though. I mean, honestly, that's the realest thing. Because a lot of times people leave when it's unhappy and they start to get out. But I'm gonna keep it going. We'll come back to you because you know you got some great insight. Lori, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself, although the camera can't see you.
Oh, that's because I'm getting myself ready.
What are you doing?
Getting myself ready. You know, I'm getting ready to run out on the street.
Okay.
Gotta go do the God Kid Grandkid thing. My name is Lori, was married, not married no more, in a relationship. Right. And I'm enjoying life for the moment.
Oh, you said wait.
I gotta kick on the other side.
Wait. Let me make sure I heard you because I hear some background noise somewhere. I'm not sure whose it is, but Lori, you said you're in a relationship?
Uh-huh.
Really? You never shared that before. Was it a secret before?
No, we just keep stuff private at times.
Oh. That's another thing. I'm gonna get to that in a minute too. Look, that was about to go on a whole tangent about their whole private stuff. But anyway, Victoria is here. She is our resident married couple, but she has the grandkids, so she's not going to say anything. But we want to shout out Victoria Nelson and her husband William Nelson. I think they've been married for 100 years too. Go ahead, introduce yourself, young brother.
Hi, my name is Stanley. I'm the random black guy. Just passed around the station. Like, I have no significance whatsoever, and I'm probably the only fool that's married. So,
whoa,
Dang, really?
I'm
Yeah,
on.
nothing wrong with that.
Well, nobody else admitted to it. So
Yes, they did. You wasn't paying attention.
they don't count. They like been married for so long. It's like,
No. But they
They
still
like
married.
furniture.
They do count.
they like furniture. Like you're used
No,
to.
but still, don't matter.
Choose your
They
battle.
could never
Choose
be
your battle,
25
Stanley.
years, still counting.
If they break up, it's like if the vending machine don't work. Damn, it don't work. It's been working all this time. What's going on? Like you expect it to work.
And thank you for watching, everybody out there on Roku, Apple TV. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We are here. It is a collective group of married people, non-married people, people in relationships, people faking like they in relationships, people. I'm just saying, people who getting out of relationships, whatever your status. But no matter what, even if you're in a relationship, you are single until you're married. So I can never claim. I might be in a relationship or have been in relationships, but I've been single. So I've been in relationships most of the whole time, but I'm still single. Today, Malik Truth, hailing all the way from Vegas. Welcome to the stage, Malik Truth. Hey, how are you? How are you?
Hey, what's good? What's going on? Thank you for having me on, Shelly Shell.
Oh no, thanks for being here. Thanks for adding what you add and being such a remarkable individual. As I listened to your book, I saw some colorful, as Cinda said, when she was interviewing you, she said colorful or whatever you said.
Colorful language.
Colorful language. I didn't realize it was that deep. I didn't realize that language was that deep. You took me by surprise, right? But you talking some real stuff. So the design, dating purpose. There you go. I got it on Kindle. So tell me about the design dating purpose. Does dating have a purpose?
Absolutely. Everybody, there is a purpose in dating. Yeah, absolutely.
What's the purpose?
For some people, let me tell you, the original purpose is what? Like you said, to get married. You're single until you're married, right? But again, that's a mindset. You know, marriage is a mindset. There's a lot of people that's married and they still single, you know, because they lying along the course of the way, or they haven't really truly established, you know, mentally, you know, where they are supposed to be at within that sanctity and that institution of marriage. So, I mean, for me, it's a mindset. It's a mindset.
It is a mindset, and we also we want it to be a purpose, but sometimes we get things a little entangled while we're doing it. So you have a chapter in your book, the dating process, right? You know,
the discovery process.
The discovery process. What's London? That discovery process, and that's what we're going into. Anybody understand what the discovery process is all about? It just without knowing the book, do you know what the discovery process in dating is all about? Anybody want to answer that? What you think it is?
I'll take a stab at
I
it.
like that word. Go ahead.
What'd you say, Guy?
I was going to take a stab at it. You know, discovery process to me, when I hear that, is basically when you're learning the person, when you're trying to get to know what they like, what they don't like, you know, their triggers and stuff like, especially, I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, their triggers. So yeah, is that where you're going with that?
What'd you say? Especially what? You sound like you were about to say something shady. What'd you say?
Nah, I'm not. You gotta choose your battles. You gotta choose your battles. Shady. Not the one.
I felt shade somewhere. So
yeah, I backed that one up real quick, but yeah, no. So yeah, basically, just to summarize, I think it's just when you get to learn a person, their triggers, with you know what they like, you know, the colors. With you know, do you want to go here? Do you live your homebody, or are you somebody that's adventurous? Do you want to go places? That type of thing.
Absolutely. Anybody else? Although he got it on the nose, but anybody else?
Like I was saying, you know me.
Yeah.
I like that word discovery. You know, it's a lot like explore. I'm all about these experiences And when you're discovering things about other people and yourself, that's what life is all about. So I like that word, discovery. That's what I like.
I feel like you never really know
Same
your
thing.
significant other. You could be married for 25 years and still have to learn, like, damn, I thought you said you like cauliflower. No, I like this. I like broccoli. It happens. It really happens.
Right.
So you're never going to know your significant other.
Is that the truth? All right, I'm gonna go into that, but I also want to say, remember everyone, we are on television, so if you could come on screen, because when the television hits, it's not going to be your face, and that's going to look kind of crazy. So if you could show your face, that would really be great. So everybody out there in TV land, we appreciate you, but just want to make sure you see all the faces, because I know that would probably be really weird when you're looking, because I've watched it on TV and saw a random black guy for at least 5 minutes, random black guy across the
Well,
screen.
he's the random black guy. He's random.
Yeah, but I didn't like that. I like to see people. Anyway, so when you're talking about the discovery process, there's some things that lie underneath. Malik, go into the stuff about how you find the crap. I mean the stuff that's underneath.
Well, hey, all right, thank you. But Guy, I like Guy's answer. Guy, you was right in there. You was like really touching the surface. You was really touching the surface. So I definitely appreciate that. But what we want to understand when we're discovering, a lot of people like to discover that surface stuff. And I believe there was a couple of weeks ago where Crystal and Eddie was on, and I had mentioned something to the effects of you got to go deep. You got to go deep into a level of discomfort when you're asking certain questions and when you're trying to discover your partner. And like Eddie said, the discovery process is a process that's ongoing. You'll never learn enough about an individual before you say I do. But what you will learn is enough about the individual that's going to make you say, you know what, let's go ahead and move this thing forward. And then there's some things where you may discover where you say, hey, yo, let's pump the brakes a little bit. And, there's some things that I spot out. And here's the thing. Here's the kicker about the discovery process. The kicker about it is that when you discover certain things, now you have to learn how to communicate that. You got to learn how to communicate how that makes you feel, why that makes you want to pump the brakes, or why that makes you want to even move forward. And see, these are some of the things that I've learned how to do through a course of trials and hurts and pains that I experienced. So I had to ask myself, what the hell am I doing wrong? And I think that's a mirror image that a lot of us are really afraid to tackle, because we always want to point the finger at the other party rather than pointing the fingers at ourselves and asking ourselves, where is it that I might need to improve? What is it about me that I need to discover so that I can straighten out me so that I can invite someone else in my life?
I know I've been in some relationships, and I don't want to be the one to say, hey, it's their fault. I believe it's my fault, but I'm still trying to figure it out. What are some things you can do to figure it all out?
Well, one of the things I like that I put in my book is called Getting to Know You. That's part of the discovery process. I think a lot of us fail to understand who we are as a person as it relates to dating. Because myself, I go into my past life and some of the things and traumas that I experienced that caused me to treat the women the way I treated them. So when you read that part in the book, you begin to understand that part about Malik, as you read. Cinda did as well. And so many others that have talked to me about that portion in the book and said, yeah, I could really relate to why you did that, why you shared that part of you. And I think when we learn to discover, as Guy said, our triggers, who we became because of our circumstances, not who we're supposed to be, who God created us to be. Because a lot of us walk around, we are who our circumstances made us be. And then if we learn how to break that down, we can actually get to the true person. And so I learned to get to the true me. And when I learned to discover how my past traumas, abuses caused me to treat women, hey, there's something that we as melanated folks got to learn how to do, and that's learn how to embrace therapy, because it was through therapy where I learned how to do that.
Absolutely. Therapy is
Wow.
definitely important. That's why we have Nikki Phelps. When it comes to, all right, we're discovering you have to talk about these hard hitting things. What I discovered during COVID, I discovered me during COVID. As crazy as it may seem, but spending 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by yourself, you
Oh
discover
yeah,
some stuff.
you
And I
sure do.
realized I discovered some no nonsense BS. I want exactly what I want now. I'm not accepting no shorts. I want what I want.
Except no shorts.
No shorts. I want what I want. And I feel like I deserve it. Does anybody feel like that?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Go ahead,
Yes.
Definitely.
But for so long, I accepted what I'm an adaptable person. I can adapt to your personality. I mean, I guess that's what makes you TV and entertainment. You adapt. So I started adapting and doing what people wanted to do. And I realized, you know what? COVID let me know I don't want to do it. Hey everybody, it's your girl, Shelly Shell Williams, producer of Single on a Saturday Night. Thank you so much for watching right here on Philly Cam. If you are single on a Saturday, Sunday, or single every night, text Word on the Street to 22828 for your chance to win our official Single on Every Night t-shirt. So text Word on the Street to 22828 for your chance to win a free Single on Every Night t-shirt. And you keep watching Single on a Saturday Night right here on Philly Cam. So you talk about some great questions, starting off with the STD. Man, you went in.
Oh, come on. I don't start off with the STD.
You went ham. No, you went ham on that STD thing.
Did I go ham on that one?
You was like, wait a minute, you described what it was like when you first got I mean, like you went in. So how do you tackle an how do you tackle an STD? How do you seriously? No, that's a serious question. How do you tackle that?
No. Hey, Guy wanted to say something before I went in. Guy, what you had to say, bro?
All right, I'll save you this time. So circling back to when you said, knowing what you want, and Shelly, you shared that, you realize who you are and what you want during this COVID. I think that goes along with having your standards. Not saying that you're better than anybody with standards, but knowing what you do and don't want. Because the moment I learned this, and everybody here that's single is single because they chose to be single, not because they want to be single. And I've learned that the moment that you compromise what you want in a relationship, it'll be fine in a while, but that will be the same reason you break up with a person. Because after it goes through, you're like, you know what? Like, for example, you don't like someone that smokes. And you say, oh, she's cute, she smokes, but I could deal with 6-8 months, a year. You're like, yo, this girl smokes, I can't deal with this. And it'll be the same reason you break up. So the way I'm moving forward right now is I won't compromise those standards, no matter what. It's like, if she's smoking, no, I can't deal with it, So just in line with what you said, Shelly, it's like you have a lot of aha moments during this COVID thing. And I tell my sons that, have your standards, but they still young, so they're not listening, it's whatever. But yeah, so have your standards and know and realizing who you are.
But I think the failing relationships that you have, the quote unquote failing, I personally don't believe in failure, because every relationship I've had, which are a multitude, I learned more of what I want. So you unless you're one of those fortunate people that has had wonderful role models around to learn, okay, I like this about this person, that about that, in this relationship, all these different things. If you don't have that, if you have the background like I had, which was everybody broke up. I mean, everybody. I didn't have anybody to look at and say that's what I want. So I had to learn what I wanted by experimentation and getting with this guy thinking it was love, and then finding out, nope, it was just learning. I mean, I loved him as a person, but that's not who I was supposed to be. And coming to terms with being in a relationship doesn't always mean forever for you two, but it might mean forever for the lesson that you learn that you can take with you. And as you build up and learn, I was talking to my daughter about this today. Every relationship you have, male, female, all your friends, all of it, you're learning what you want. The key is to hold up on making that ultimate commitment until you kind of really have a nice idea about what you want. And then actually spend the time to get to know a person, to know if they're that person, because there are liars and thieves and all kind of mess out there. People that pretend they're one thing, they're charming, but they're not. So you get to know these people, spend the time. I'm not talking about spending the time having sex with them, that comes, but spend the time getting to know them, who they are, do they pay their rent on time? Do they have car insurance? Do they have
Exactly.
health insurance?
Exactly.
You know, do they love their
Exactly.
parents?
Yes.
Do they like their kids?
Yeah.
Do they like men? Do they like women?
Yeah.
All these things you cannot know when the sex is happening, and that's all that's happening. You get caught up, is good. We want that. We want that. We want that. But we don't want that solely, because that's going to hide the fact that they do something you can't stand. They chew their food too loud. They treat their mother like crap. They talk down on their kids. They
Right.
mistreat the waiters. All these things are things you got to learn about what can move you. And it's no
Yes.
doubt when you get in a relationship, no matter how well you think you know yourself and you know them, like Eddie said, you're going to find out you don't know everything. But if you have the primary foundation of a
Foundation.
person, then
Yeah.
you can cooperate and you can grow with them because you got that foundation.
I like that. That's good stuff right there, Cinder. That's real good stuff. I mean,
Yes.
in that
I'm
part,
a
everything that Cinder spoke of is really a bits and nuggets in the discovery process in the book. Now, whether you knew these things or not before reading the book, what the book really does is solidifies what you already know, or brings back to remembrance what you already know, and it compels you to begin to start acting on what you know. And I think it's like Cinda said, when you got some good sex going on, I mean, that has the ability to cloud your reasonable thought process, because if it's good, again, like you said, it's got to be good. If it ain't good, then you ain't going to La La Land. It ain't gonna be Bye Bye Birdie. But if it's good, it's gonna be Bye Bye Birdie for some people. So I think is to build that foundation of at least comfort, which I call in the book the acquaintance, the acquaintance process, or casual acquaintance. Everybody is so bent on, or hell bent on, I want a relationship. I want a relationship. Well, how about a friend? How about a friend? How about somebody that you can actually go out and have ice cream with, and every time she lick it, you ain't thinking about sex?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? How about going back to that childhood framework where you could play with a female in the sandbox or on the playground, and ain't nothing going on in your mind about how much fun you like having with this girl? That's it. And let that build, let that casual acquaintanceship build. And then once that casual acquaintanceship builds to certain points, then you can move to the next step, which to explore and discover what it is that you both feel that you want to move forward into something more serious. But find a friend first.
Emily, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, I think.
Yes, sir.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry.
All right. So, I've been there. I've been to, the place where, you having fun and it's just all strictly fun and this and the third. But I went all the way around, slipped past that, and came back to being a friend. And you know what I mean? So where do you go too far when you blow past the friend part? You know what I mean? Like, you blow past the relationship part, rather, is what I'm asking. You slip into the friend zone.
Yeah. The only reason why we blow past it is because we don't recognize what it is that we're doing to build it. Okay, so when you are, again, I said initially, it's a mindset. If your mindset is on everything that has to do with a relationship or being together with that individual, you're going to skip over the friendship process and you're going to move into everything that establishes what you feel in your mind defines a relationship. So what you need to do is ask yourself what it is in your mind that defines a friendship and begin to pursue that definition.
Stormy, you were going to say something? Storm?
Yeah, just one, I'm solidified because y'all hear when I say this on the show on a regular basis about we always hear you know what you want in a relationship when you meet the person, and you know the person knows within this amount of time that this is who you want to marry. No, you don't. Because you have no foundation. You haven't learned about the person. People find it funny that when I'm dating, I ask these crazy questions, but they're innate to me. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite childhood memory? What was your favorite toy? What's your favorite vacation spot? If you didn't live where you live, where would you live? If money wasn't an option, all these different things. And people say, man, where are all these questions coming from? They don't understand. That goes into my database to find out what kind of person I'm dealing with, who I'm dealing with. I do more through observation, watching what's going on. Like it was said, how you treat your family, how you treat children, how you treat your friends,
I like that,
the people that are your friends, how you engage. Me, I'm the kind of person I always say the lost art of courting. You know what I'm saying? The lost art of courting an individual and finding out, you know, what's their flavor, what's their style, what's their taste. What it is that makes them tick as well, because you know what makes you tick. It's about trying to find out what meshes with you to kind of go to what King Guy was saying about knowing going too far into and finding yourself in a friend zone. Then guess what? That meant that wasn't the person for that relationship. Because and it might be a timing thing. You might get friend zoned because you learn so much about this person, they learn so much about you that you might not have fit into the parameters that they had for a relationship, you know, so to speak. So you wind up in the friend zone. But what happens is you'll find yourself learning more about that person in the friend zone, because when time passes, eventually this person is going to realize when all these other whomever it was did not work out for them in the relationships aspect, that they still have a friend. And I always say, friends make the best lovers, because this is somebody that knows your freak, that knows your kink, that knows your good, that knows your bad, that knows your edges, that knows your dull side, you know. And these are people that know things about you that other people might not know, which makes up more compatibility in the long run if it's meant to be and if it's played right, because God has a plan for you. So trust and believe whoever he puts in your life, he puts in your life for a season, a reason, a lesson, or a blessing.
I always say love is not enough, but what I really mean is lust is not enough. Lust is not enough, because lust fades. It really does. But if you like someone, really truly like them, and they like you, and you like the challenge that they bring into your life, you just like them as a person, that grows. That goes nowhere. So love is more a liken to liking than lusting. Lusting is biological. It's beautiful. It feels good, but it's biological. I mean, if you look at the animal kingdom, the buck don't stay. Okay, he always strays and he always goes somewhere else. But in some of that animal kingdom, the monogamous ones, when they find their mate, they stick with them. You know, their friend, because they like them. They might procreate elsewhere, but it's always their alpha male, alpha female, whatever. They stick it together because they like each other. They're compatible. They're friends. And then, you know, the rest. I'm telling you, I'm old. Okay, I'm an old lady, and I'm telling you, it never fails. When people age, as you age, you that fades. It just does. You might like it, but you're tired. How about next week or Thursday? Okay. You know, so